Well, firstly, my dad started playing squash following him having some knee injuries, which ended his rugby career. The leisure centres opened around that time, so he decided to give squash a go. Absolutely loved it, but could only play about 2 to 3 times a week. And then from there, about 10 years ago, he was able to have the opportunity to have a state-of-the-art knee replacement. And within 4 months, he was on courts playing team matches, tournaments, 2 to 3 times a day. And that's basically where his Masters career has really, taken him places. Jacob's always had a lot of energy. We've always wanted to get him into sports. Although because he is on the go all the time, we did struggle to keep him on the court until he got a little bit older. But as soon as he was able to hit the ball, enjoy himself, he's really enjoyed it ever since. Well, I think I'd say the same for my dad, in that both being selected to play for Wales at the same time in Ireland, being my first experience in Masters, was just an absolute honour. We had the best experience. And for me, myself, I think I played the best squash of my entire life. It couldn't have gone any better. Everything that I had dreamt of and more, and to, have experienced that with my dad as well, was just something special. With Jacob, I would say, was not necessarily playing for Wales, but when he represented South Wales in the intercounties, and it was their final match. It was 1-1 for the team, and it was all on Jacob's match, whether or not they went through to the finals. I'm not too sure he knew that at the time, but he went and won the match 2-1, and his reaction when he had won was just something that I will never ever forget. You probably won't believe me if I say this, but I would say confidence. Because I know I come across as quite a loud, bubbly person, but in terms of my squash, sometimes I've never been as confident as I should be. And I've always compared myself to other players about, oh, she's fitter than me, she's faster than me, and always looked at the positives in my opponent rather than looking at the positives in myself. So I had some advice from Sian Johnson a few years ago, which I pass on to everybody I see, is play the ball, not the player. And I think since I've got that into my head and I've been able to focus on my own game, that's what's helped me to be able to improve and overcome that. I think it's good for your mental health, emotional well-being. If I don't play squash, I'm not the nicest person people to live with. I think it's great. It's not just, the physical aspect and the enjoyment that you get from playing the game, but it's the social side of it as well. Playing team squash and the friendships that you make, are friendships that last forever. So I think for all of us, we want to continue working hard to continue to represent Wales and gain that selection for next year. Jacob has, a lot to work on in terms of his behaviour and fitness, and I think he proved at the Welsh Junior Open that he is able to do that, and he's come away feeling positive, knowing what he needs to do. And again, with me and my dad's, it's trying to keep fit, stay injury-free. I would say give it a go 100%. As soon as you get on court, you will absolutely love it and you will get a buzz and you will want to get back on court straight away. I think that to a lot of people, you think that you've got to be fit to play squash and they're put off by it straight away. But in fact, it is such a fun game and you can play it to get fit.